This is Joyce Anderson, Chair of the Anchorage Election Commission, and I'm calling the meeting to order on April 20th, 2021 at 4 p.m. And this is the adoption of the election canvass report. We are having a revised canvass report, so I'm going to call the meeting to order. Like I said, it's 4 o'clock. If we could have a roll call, please.
Joyce Anderson?
Here.
Glennis Ireland?
Here.
Cynthia Hawkins?
Here.
Patricia Abney? Elaine Nelson? You have a quorum.
Okay, we have a quorum with 3 members. Okay, the minutes of the previous meeting, we are not going to look at them right now. We don't have the minutes of the previous meeting, so we are going to put that on hold till our next meeting. Okay.
This is Elaine Nelson.
Oh, Elaine is now on the phone. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have 4 out of the 5 commission members on the phone. All right, Elaine, the first thing we're doing is item number 3, which is the minutes of the previous meetings. We are going to put that on hold since we just had a meeting and the minutes are not done yet. So that will be put on hold until our next meeting.
Okay.
Old business number 4, review of additional pending rejected ballot envelopes. So we are going to take a look at that. You should have before you a ballot envelope, 2 ballot envelope pictures that were sent to you, and they're with an individual who voted their voted their by mail ballot and sent it back in, and their signature matches the signature that we have on file. And as you can see on the very last page. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we had someone come into one of the vote centers and also voted a ballot that had the same person's name and a signature that looks not similar, but the same person's name.
So, Madam Chair, this is Liz.
Yes?
Do you mind if I kind of clarify the situation?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay, so the first ballot that was received at the O'Malley's drop box was adjudicated no sig match by the signature verification team and was sent a cure letter, and we never received a cure letter. So the second picture of the envelope that you received of the voter who was issued a envelope ballot package at the Lusac Library on election day, that one was adjudicated as good because they showed us their ID and was counted. So the first envelope that we received in the drop box, the signature did not match.
Thank you. I had that backwards. Thank you. Okay, so do all the commissioners have that in front of them?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So technically, we have a ballot envelope, 2 ballot envelopes before us that have the same name, different signatures, one with a no sig match. So we are going to put that in the category of that person is a duplicate. Person voted twice. Is that correct, Amy?
Madam Chair, yes, that is correct.
Okay. So that would be my take on it. So is there a motion from a commissioner to change the total that we have for duplicate from 17 to 18, which is the very first item on your canvass report?
I shall move.
And that was Glennis?
Elaine.
Elaine.
Elaine, sorry.
Here, a second. A second?
I'll go. This is Cindy. I'll second it.
Okay, Cindy, you're now, okay. Cindy will second it.
Okay.
Okay, is there any discussion?
Yes, this is Cindy.
Okay.
I have a question regarding that. I agree with the fact that the first one is not a ballot envelope package that was returned by the voter based upon the signature match. but my question is which category it should be assigned to. And I would argue for not the no sig match, but a ballot voted by someone other than a voter, which would be category 3.
Okay, is there any further discussion? Excuse me. Okay, I think what I would like to do is ask for some input from the staff to explain this just a little bit more. Could you explain it again, please?
Just one moment.
Joyce, could you help clarify that? Joyce,
Yes?
could you please verify that we still have Glennis on the phone call?
I'm listening.
Yes. Okay, we do.
Okay, okay. Great, thank you.
Madam Chair, this is Amy.
Okay.
So I just spoke with our Deputy Clerk, Erica, and she has confirmed that the duplicate status code that we have used is what we have used traditionally in the past and with this election for if there's one voter or the 2 envelopes for one voter.
And that is irregardless of the fact that the signatures don't match.
That is correct.
Okay, Cindy, your comments on that?
I guess in the clarification, there wasn't any indication that it should either stay or where we currently have our decision to make on, or if it should be voted down and then suggested as a number 3 error code. So I guess I just wanted to, if Amy could further clarify that the designation, which really doesn't make a difference to me, since it is going to be a rejected, I'm assuming a rejected ballot package, the envelope. Yeah, I would just like that further clarification on whether it's a Z1 or a 3.
Okay.
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
so let's see. We believe it should be that the duplicate voter voted mailed ballot and at AVC and change from 17 to 18.
Okay. I am, as chair, I am okay with that. I believe that we looked at some of those when we looked at the duplicate ballots. So what we're doing is we're looking at reject code D, which should be the very first one that we had on our list when we met last week, if you have your sheets yet with you, where it says the code is used when it has been determined that the voter cast more than one ballot. I guess I would go along with that, even though the signatures are different. The person's name is the same, and I think that if we refer it to the attorney's office, they can do further investigation on it and determine whether that is what actually happened, and that's what I believe is the next step in the process.
Okay, so then to make sure then that the motion that we have right now is to move that particular reject, the motion we currently have is to add it to the, shoot, I lost my place, to the Z1, correct?
No, reject code E,
Okay.
which
All
would
right.
be duplicate voted, ballot voted.
Okay.
Put a sign.
Okay. Is that okay with you, Cindy?
Yes, yes. I just wanted
Okay.
to make sure.
Okay, so that is the motion that we have on the floor and has been seconded. Is there any further discussion?
I think this is Glennis. I think that sounds fine, Madam Chair.
Okay, all right. Well, why don't I do this then? Why don't, if there's no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, hearing no opposed, the motion passes, and the ballot reject code D will be changed from 17 to 18. Okay. We also have on our agenda another issue, and that is the issue where it is no sig match on return envelope, and that is Z1, reject code Z1, if you have any of that in front of you. I would like to have Amy give us an explanation of that, that you miscounted the no sig matches on the ballot return envelope category, and that the number on Friday should have been 849 instead of 879. And then today we added one for a voter with an unsuccessful cure, so that the number should be 850. So if you could explain that a little bit more, Amy, to the commission.
Yes, Madam Chair. I'm actually going to pass this off to Liz.
Okay, thank you. And Liz, what is your last name?
Edwards.
Liz Edwards. Okay, thank you, Liz. Go ahead.
So Erica just informed me that it was just a clerical error and a typo, and that it should have been 849 on Friday, and plus the one this morning, which brings the total to 850 for the no sig match. And then that brings the new total of rejected ballots, including the duplicate that you just rejected, to 1,412.
Okay. All right. I would like to make a comment regarding this, and well, actually, I believe we still do need a motion on the floor to make this change. So, is there a motion to make this change, and then we will have a discussion?
This is Glennis. So move.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second. Elaine.
Elaine. Okay. So I'm going to open it up for discussion. I do have a comment if the committee or commission is okay with me speaking first.
Sure.
Okay. My comment is that we did not look at the no sig match on the ballot return envelope. We didn't look at any of those. We didn't count them. I would make a suggestion that even though that was not something the commission was capable of making any determination on, I do believe the commission should have counted those envelopes to make sure that the number that was on the report was the number that was actually of those particular envelopes. So that is my comment. Is there any other comment from the commission or commission members?
I would support that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like Elaine and Glennis and Cindy all support that.
Yes.
I do. I just have an additional comment.
Go ahead.
I know that because between the work session and our actual meeting, that there were a number of cured signatures, and I'm assuming that that is part of this particular issue.
Okay, thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah.
You are still in favor, however, of the commission counting those ballot envelopes to determine the total.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so that would be my recommendation. So if that recommendation could be put in the minutes, that would be great. And so we do have a motion on the floor to change that total from 879 to 850, which really the number should have been 849, and then we added one for a voter with an unsuccessful cure, which then made the total of 850. Is there any further discussion? Okay,
No.
hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Okay, opposed? Okay, hearing no opposition, that motion passes as well. So just to reiterate what Liz has said is that the now total rejected ballot envelopes is 1,412. So the report has been revised as of this meeting, and so now I need a motion to adopt the revised election canvass report.
So moved. This is Glennis.
Okay, in a second.
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 Elaine. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, who?
It was Elaine.
It was Elaine. Okay, Elaine, second that. Okay, is there any discussion regarding adopting the revised canvass report? Okay, hearing none, because we've already made a recommendation. All those in favor say aye.
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 Right?
Opposed? Okay, hearing none opposed, the motion has passed to adopt the revised canvas report. Okay, new business. Basically, we don't have any, but I would put this under new business. I have that canvas report in front of me, so I will go ahead and sign this, and then who would like to receive it first, and second and third from me, because after I sign it, I'm going to send it. Let's say, Cindy, I send it to you, you sign it, you make a PDF and then send it to Glennis. Glennis signs it, makes a PDF, sends it to Elaine, and Elaine sends it to Amy. Is that right, Amy?
Madam Chair?
Yes?
This is Amy. So we would actually like to ask if you could sign it, send the PDF directly to us, and then that way we can get it to the assembly. And then after that, we will facilitate with the rest of the commissioners to have them sign the rest.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Okay, I will go ahead and sign this and get this back to you. Send it to you, Amy?
Madam Chair, yes, that is correct.
Okay, all right, I can go ahead and do that. I'll do that as soon as this meeting is over, because I know the assembly is going to be meeting. So basically, that was our new business, was figuring out how to do that. Any member comments at all, other than what we've talked about?
None for me, Glennis.
And none for me.
Cindy, any from you?
No, nothing for me either.
Okay,
Thank you,
and nothing
Joyce.
from me. Okay, so that was item number 6. Item number 7 is public comment. Amy, is there anybody online?
Hello?
Eugene is online.
Okay, so we have public comment. Eugene, you would like to make a public comment?
Yes, I would.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'll set my timer. My name is Eugene Carl Haberman. I follow the public process. When the public process is done appropriately, decision made by the governing body is more likely the public interest. As you know, I was physically present at your canvas, public session of the canvas, which was a couple days ago. It was late, but you had it in a public meeting, and you had people present, and you had an opportunity for the public to speak. Now, to me, what just occurred was an extension of the public session of the canvas, not where public can be physically present, not where the election commission could be physically present. You were all distant, and you're working and reviewing ballots, whatever they are, whatever limitations they are, in fact, in a remote way, and that is horrible. That's not, even if it's just a couple ballots, that's not the way to proceed. I know you've done it, and you also adopted the revised election canvas report, and then you allowed for public comment, which I'm speaking now, a lot late. And so, with all due respect, this is not the way to go. It does not give trust and faith in the way government runs and the way elections run. And that's what's happened, and I plan to be speaking out on this in other locations. But I would like to say one positive note. I did appreciate in the Friday session of the canvas where every time you did a motion on each individual categories, you allowed for public to comment. And that was quite appropriate. But today, even though it's a couple of ballots, you did not allow for a proper observation and a proper attention of public comment, and for all parties be in the same room where that's occurring. Thank you very much, with 1 minute and 2 seconds to spare.
Thank you, Eugene. Is there any other public comment? Okay, hearing none, the next item on our agenda is adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved. This is Glennis.
Okay, there is a motion to adjourn. My clock says it's 4:20, so we will adjourn at 4:20. Thank you, commissioners, for being available.
Thank you, Joyce.